Joining us here at Post 9 today is Dan Ives, Wedbush Securities Managing Director of Equity Research, has an outperform on Microsoft and just raised his target from 500 to 550. So the Goliaths, they win, yeah?
It's just, in my opinion, the AI party, it's 9 p.m. in the party. I think goes to 4 a.m. Because as everything we're seeing from a software and demand perspective, the use cases, now it's all starting to play out. And what I can tell you from all of our checks on Microsoft partners and customers, they're lining up. And that's bullish for Microsoft. It's bullish for second derivatives, ServiceNow, Palantir, and others. And of course, led by Godfather of AI, Jensen, NVIDIA. And Carl, in my opinion, it just speaks to our bullishness. Well, I think this tech bull market continues well in 2025.
Where do you think the biggest threat then is? Is it from regulation or something else?
Look, the biggest threat is the China. Because when you think about U.S.-China, call it cold tech war, I mean, that maybe longer term is the biggest threat. But for right now, someone spends a lot of time in Asia. I view it as a contained threat. And I think it started off as semis and obviously led by Jensen and NVIDIA. But now what's starting to happen is the demand and the use cases, the multiplier. We think for every dollar spent on an NVIDIA GPU, the new oil or gold, there's a $4 to $5 multiplier across tech, which is why I believe this fourth industrial revolution, this 1995 moment, is now playing out, but not a 1999 moment. I think it'll last for another 2 to 3 years.
I cited you this morning, 9 a.m. party.
Well, I think it's 9 p.m., going to 4 a.m.,
it's 9 p.m., right? Okay, because we were questioning what kind of party started at 9 a.m.
Well, because look, because to some extent, when you look at where we are, this is just now starting to ultimately play out from a demand perspective. And I think the important thing is that, of course, it's been led by NVIDIA and what we've seen, but now what we're seeing across our checks around the world, that AI revolution is playing out in software, and I think ultimately it's going to play out in numbers, because those numbers are going to go higher for 2025.
Are you referring to this notion that hardware is beginning to eat software or make it easy to start a software startup with minimal engineering?
Look, and Sarah will be talking to Dell, but I think it just speaks to, if someone told you Dell was an AI play 6 months ago, they'd say, what are you talking about? But look where we are now. Look at Oracle. And I think what you're really seeing now is it's hardware, it's software, but it's really creating a renaissance of growth for all these install base. That's why look what's happened in Oracle. Look what Nadella and Redmond are doing to Microsoft. And of course, you'll have air pockets, just like we saw MongoDB, Salesforce.com. But I view those as air pockets in an AI revolution that's complicated.
But are they all AI winners?
Not at all. But I think you will have winners and losers. I think over the next 6-12 months, we sit here and be like, winner, loser. Do they get acquired? Does the board have to ultimately, has the clock struck midnight? So you're going to see a clear winner and losers playing out. But that's why this Game of Thrones arms race that's playing out, it's happening across tech, from Dell to Cisco to Microsoft to Oracle.
Wait, who's the loser?
Well, I think when you look at losers, you look at like, okay, where does Cisco play? That's why Cisco does Splunk, because that's an aggressive deal in terms of where they're looking. You look at SAP, what they're doing, versus Oracle. Is Oracle the winner? I think for now, Oracle is. And then I think it's a lot of when you talk about losers, a lot of the niche software platforms, as the strong get stronger, those are really the ones that ultimately start to actually see, I think, demand erosion, and they're gonna be facing some tough decisions. Do they consolidate, or where are they headed?